What's up everyone, how's it going, and welcome back to another Spin&Go video. Today we're going to be starting at the $100 Spin&Go level. We have two possibilities to stay there. If we win, we're going to stay there for all three videos of one of those two. But if we lose two in this video, we're going to have to move back down to the 60s. That's how this ladder works. Win one, move up in levels. Lose two, you move down. We're at the top right now, so there's nowhere to move up. So all we can do is stay. But anyways, if you want to play Spin&Gos with me on PokerStaples, there's a link down in the description. Almost forgot to sell out to you guys. Almost forgot. Didn't forget though. Alright, and we're going to be against DrewPeg and RV15. Starting at the $200 level, which is okay with me. I mean, it is a min Spin&Go, but it's the way it works sometimes. 9-4 is going to be a fold right off the bat. So if you guys have never played, again, this is a recap for a lot of people that have played Spin&Gos, but I want to make sure the people that are new to these videos understand how they work. Basically, it's a variable prize pool, right? So you buy in for a set amount. Most of the time, you're going to get double your money. So that's less than the 300 that we've put into this pool, but sometimes it builds up, you know, you have these big jackpots. There's slim chances, but every once in a while you can hit these big jackpots, including $1 million. That's obviously what we're hoping for, but either way, we're going to be fine. And let's start with a check back against RV, who bet 60 chips on the turn with our king high. I don't think we want to fold yet. They're going to be betting all sorts of flush draws here, and king high is good definitely some of the time. They check, we check. King jack, oh my goodness. We got owned by a better king. Just value bet us to death. So I think they were probably bluffing with their king high. So we caught the bluff, but it's that unfortunate circumstance when you catch the bluff, but your hand is worse than the bluff. That's never fun. Okay, so we get a bet of 80 here. We have a backdoor flush draw and a gut shot. I don't think we want to fold specifically on this board. I'm going to call and then sort of evaluate on the turn. If they check here, we can sort of shove, I guess. But they just bet pot, and now I believe them. Now I believe him. I don't think we can do any bluffing anymore. So we basically want to hit an 8 there, or a 5 there, or a diamond there, or have them check on the turn so we could bluff. None of those things happen, so we're out. I will limp it against DrewPeg, and we see king, queen, jack, all clubs, which is quite interesting. We do have top pair, but like, if we bend they shove, we're dead. It sucks. We fold, I guess. And it's hard to get paid off by a worse hand, so I'm just gonna check, hope for a bet so that we can play. But it goes check, check. Now I'm gonna bet on the turn because we made 2 pair, which is good. Although, even if we didn't make 2 pair, I would still be betting here because king is likely to be the best hand. And they just fold, which is fine. Let's play the jack-9 for a raise against DrewPeg and RV. Where are these people from, by the way? DrewPeg is from Russia, and RV is from Canada. All right. We are not the big stack in the Spin&Go to start. Although, this will be a good way to get there. Come on, RV. Hey, let's go. Hold the baby. 9s against 3s. This is a pretty good lineup to get back to starting stack here. And we are going to. So we're back to 500 chips. Basically, we're all tied again. 490, 510, and 500. Bit of a rocky start. But we're back. Jack 10 on the button. All right, I will raise. Probably the last hand before the blinds jump up to 15 and 30. A shove. It's a big shove. Stacks are getting shorter. These Spin&Gos are hyper turbos. They're very fast. And a min raise to 60. I don't think we can fold. 30 to win 90. Yes, our hand sucks, but price, my friend. Price. You flop 2 pair. You win a bunch of money. You have to call sometimes with these crappy cards if the price is right, which it is. They bet 60 here. I'm just going to start with a call. There's a lot of hands they're going to keep betting on the turn. 10 is actually a great one because all of their straight draws and all of their flush draws and all of their 10s are still going to bet, and probably all of their 9s as well. So we get all of the money in pretty good here a lot. If they have 9-10, we're losing. Easy call. Against Queen Jack, they do have one of those straight draws, and we are going to hold. So we are up to 900 chips, leaning this $100 Spin&Go. That's a scary turn for us, but at the same time, it's not a scary turn because it's one they're going to bluff a lot, which is great news for us. 4 diamonds, 10 of diamonds, we're just going to fold. Are you going to knock them out or fold, my friend? It's 20 chips. Oh, that's a bad fold. Doesn't matter what you have. Can't fold there. We're going to fold the 8 deuce. He could have had deuce 3 or deuce 7, and it would have to be a fold. All right, a raise up to 30 from DrewPeg. Our hand is garbage. We will fold again. Really interesting. I wonder why they folded. Maybe they're playing multiple tables, or they are playing $400 Spin&Gos. They are playing 4, DrewPeg. 10s against Queen 10. All right. 10s are going to take it. So playing 4 Spin&Gos, I'm going to try and pick up on a lot of small pots that I think they're going to lay down on. I'm going to start with the check back. 7 of spades on the turn is great. Sometimes our king high is good here. Sometimes we're drawing to the best spade draw. Can we actually bet our hand? Probably not quite. Not quite bet our hand because we expected the best, but it's hard to get worse hands to call. And we will check it down on the river and expect to win a decent amount. But we actually chop with the ace, king, queen with pocket 2s. Raise up to 60. We have the 9-5. All right, I'll call. 30 to win 90. Sounds good to me. Ace 10-6 on the flop. Not a lot going on. Just checking and folding is the plan. But it goes check, check. Interesting. Okay. So should we stab on this turn? I mean, we really have no outs, so I'm not going to stab. I think when they check back, they're basically telling a story that, like, hey, I have a hand that can go to showdown. I have a hand that can get to the river, so I believe them, and when you want to sort of put the pressure on them is when you have something to fall back on. Like some outs to potentially make the best hand, which we don't have here. They had a 6, which is okay. So against a 6, obviously, we would have had 3 outs with a 9. But that's just one of their possible hands. 5-9 on the button, I'm going to raise it up again. We see a king, jack, 3, all diamonds. I'm fine just bet folding here. So I'm going to bet 92 chips. If they shove, I'm out of here. It's fine. I believe you. But if they fold, that's good news because we had 9-9, which is not a great hand. All right, so this player is now heads up in 3 matches. So that's good news. I'm going to limp the ace-5. I'm going to see a flop, which is king, jack, 2 with 2 spades. And, all right, we'll check back. Check back. Pretty good turn, though. Pick up a gut shot. We still have ace high, which is good. They check again. All right, I'll check. I'm happy to take another free card. And a jack on the river. Now we probably have the best hand, unless they have a deuce or a 4. I don't think we can value bet our ace high. They do have a deuce. So I think a mistake for them to not bet that deuce. We'd probably bet all of our better hands. They min-raise, we call with 10-5. We check and fold on this king 3-4. If it goes check, check, we can probably throw out a little bluff here. Just because I think they're probably playing enough tables where they're checking too much on this flop. Folds. Good stuff. Jack 7, I limp. We almost have a 2-to-1 chip advantage here, but anything can happen. I mean, one hand, and the game changes. 3-4-5. We want to bet on the bigger side on this flop. A lot going on, so I'm going to bet 64 with our gut shot and 2 overcards. Important to not forget that. So you have 4 of clubs on the turn. Okay, this doesn't change too much about the board. I think we're going to be bluffing all of our flush draws here and a lot of our 6s. Jack 7, probably not a strong enough hand to want to bluff. So we're just going to check, hope we hit one of our hands. It is river 5, and they bet 104 on the river. We beat not a lot. We beat pocket deuces and like worse 3s than a jack kicker. That's about it. So we're going to fold. They're going to win one. They have 669, but we're doing okay. Still in the lead here in this $100 spin and go, $200 for the win. Start with a limp with the 7 of clubs, 10 of hearts. And we see a check, king, deuce, 8. All right, let's put a little stab out there. A little bet of 45. Finding lots of spots in this match where we actually get to bet. So our betting frequency is going to be very high. Just because it's come down that there's been a lot of betting spots. All right, king 8 will limp. We will limp Drew Peg, who is playing one match now. This is the last match that Drew Peg is playing. So I think that's important, and it's something you can do to gain an edge over the people that are playing a lot of tables, is pay attention to how many tables they're playing. I think it influences how people play, actually. When they have less tables, they're paying more attention. They're likely to be more aggressive in pots because they're less patient, or they're, paying more attention, etc. Blinds are up to 30 and 60. Pretty easy all in for us with king 9. Call by 3s. Okay, we got a flip for $200. No, that's a set. We need an 8. That is not an 8. The set is going to take it. Can't win every flip, you guys, and we are down to 382 chips. Min raise on the button from Drew Peg. I think we have to call 60 to win 180. Yes, our hand sucks, but we can usually flop enough of a piece to make it profitable. Goes check, check, which is fine. 3 of hearts on the turn, not going to bluff. Gonna take the free one and check it down is fine. Ace 10, okay. Alright, fine with me. 8-4. I don't think I want to limp. I'm just going to fold. Obviously in a pretty dire situation after that flip. We will have to call with the king higher to shove. 230 to win 230 plus the extra 90 in the pot. Definitely going to be profitable enough with how many hands they're shoving. And we are ahead king 3 against 8-9. Can we make a comeback in this spinner? Yes, we can. Okay, 584 chips. We're not dead yet. Fold the 9 deuce though. It's been an intense first spin and go. I mean, we still got 2 more spin and goes after this. The hype is real. We're all in with the pair. 6s against 8-10. Whoa, the 8-10 is stepping out. Can we hold to get vengeance? No, that's a 10 on the river. We lose the first spin and goes, but a well-fought match, I think. Pretty decent match. I'm happy with it. in terms of how we played. So we're going to give our second go at the $100 level, try and spin $1 million. The biggest spin I've ever had is $1,000. Can we beat it? All right, we got a 6x though. We're playing for $600. 600 cash money. Let's do it. Alex Bono from Canada. What's up, Alex? How you doing, man? And Julio Tas from Bolivia. All right. Good luck, both of you. I really would like to win. Ooh, okay. We'll raise. Ready to face action. Someone put some money in. All right. You guys are just going to be nits? All right. That's fine. Full fold is cool. We're up to 510 chips. Deuce of diamonds. Deuce of diamonds. 6 of spades. All right. We'll fold. Pick up pocket threes. And a raise to 80. Are you serious? What do we do now? I think we have to fold. Because the thing is, the sort of hands we see are like Broadway hands, you know, that may call her all in, like our ace-kings, ace-queens, ace-jacks, king-queens, or something like that. We also see small pairs, but a lot of the small pairs beat us, so I think we have to fold here. Against a 4x raise is too big. Ace of diamonds, jack of clubs. All right, we're going to raise it up to 53 chips. Wouldn't mind some action against Alex, but Alex just folds. Okay, we'll stick with our even 500. That's fine. We are biding our time for our moment to strike. Ace of hearts, Ace of hearts, 6 of spades, and Julio limps on the button. I don't really know what that means exactly. So I'm going to raise and plan on betting. I think our ace-6 is ahead. The thing is, ace-6 doesn't play very well multi-way. As the big blind calls, and now we're just going to have to get out of the way, which is brutal. Whoa, Alex. Easy there, buddy. What? Whoa, Alex, calm down. You have queen 10, buddy. It is not the nuts. Listen, you had some gamble in you, okay? I appreciate that. I respect it. I understand it. But I would not recommend the play with the queen 10. So we're sitting at 400 chips here, but it looks like we have a pretty decent opportunity on our hands. We see shove, given the history, pretty easy call with king queen. They have king 8. We're ahead with 73%. Do we hold as a queen on the flop? Hey, we got him dead on the turn. And we're going to be heads up for $600 here. Slight chip disadvantage. But in my head, as you can tell, it's a slight chip advantage. I believe, chat. Angels in the outfield. Let's raise it up to 60 chips here. Against Julio Tas, who calls. We see a 7-8-9. We have 2 overs. We have a gutter. We have a backdoor flush draw. Don't want to bet, but I think we're fine to check call. We have it 40. That's cool. A lot of good turns. Turn is a 9 of hearts. Interesting card. Hey, okay. Well, that's good. I feel like I had the best hand now. So let's bet. If they shove, life is brutal. We probably fold. But they just call, and we win. That is excellent news. We're in the lead. What did they have? They had 7-6, so they had the lower end of the straight. Unlucky for them. Nothing they can do. They just had to call. 3-10 against Julio. I'm going to try a raise here. Don't know too much about Julio. So we're just going to play aggressively and see sort of how it pans out. Which is a decent default against people you don't know anything about. So let's bet 45 chips on this very dry, nothing going on type flop. Julio folds. King of diamonds, 4 diamonds. Okay. What are your thoughts, Julio? All right, let's see a flop, my friend. Let's battle it out on the streets. We see an ace 9-7. We have a backdoor flusher on king high. Don't want to fold yet. Don't think raising makes much sense. So I'm going to call. And we can potentially do some bluffs later on or something like that. We don't pick up any outs. It'd be nice if that diamond peeled off, and then I would very easily check raise here on the turn. But I think I'm just going to fold now. Which puts us about even Steven here. We have ace-6 in the button, which is pretty good. Raise, get a call. We see a queen jack 9 with 2 clubs. All right. They lead for 60. That's not good. We have the backdoor flush draw. I guess I'll just call. I think folding is a little bit too much with ace high. It's a tough spot, though. It is a very difficult spot. Ooh, pot on the turn. We will fold. Because if we're folding ace-6 there, like, we're folding a huge amount of our hands. So I think it's too much to fold, but it's really difficult to continue on a lot of turns. So we see a limp. We check here and start with a check on the king, queen, 5. And it goes check, check, 4 spades on the turn. Check call, I think, here. We probably have the best hand with the 5, but we don't want to inflate the pot. Like, if we bet, what are we getting called by? I guess maybe the ace of spades and a 4, maybe? But we check, they bid 60. We're going to call, and we're going to see a 7 of clubs on the turn. All the draws missed. And king 3 is going to take it. Really surprised how king 3 played that, actually. They only got 1 street of value with top pair heads up, which I think you could probably go for more there. They call here king, queen, 10, which is good. We're going to bet 68 chips. All right, and we take it down. Ace 10. This is pretty good. I like ace-10, they limp, I will raise, my friend. And if you decide to shove over my raise, I will call you a think, although I wouldn't love it. Queen 9-9 with 2 spades on the flop. Real sort of yucky for us, because we don't have any equity and it's definitely a good flop for them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bet fold. And I don't love bet folding here, but I think our hand is a little bit too vulnerable to check call given the stack sizes. So I'm just going to sort of semi-bluff with my ace high and then shut down on the turn, which I think they probably have the best hand. Goes check check, which is fine. Jack on the river, really bad river for us. A lot of the draws they could have, like Jack 10 or King 10 or 10-8 or something like that, has now hit a pair or a straight. So it's definitely a fold on the river. In this $600, oh my god. It would be so nice to win this 600. I mean, that's the thing, right? Like, this is a $600 swing. This determines the, this dictates our profitability, especially when we're sometimes playing $5, $7, $15 spin-and-goes. Like, this is a big chunk of it. And that's something you have to be prepared to weather playing spin-and-goes. Pretty easy call here with a gut shot, and a lot of good turns for us. A 7, a 10, and 8 and 9 are all pretty good. 6 of spades on the turn, okay. Not a great turn. We still just have a gut shot here. Not a good card to bluff either. We're just going to fold. Deuce 8, we're going to fold. But we get a walk, which feels excellent. Queen 6, we limp. There's Julio, who raises to 120. I don't think we can limp call with our Queen 6. A little bit too weak. Though we should be limp raising some hands. King 7, we will call a shove if it comes in, but we just see a min raise. In which case, I'm happy to see a flop. Flop sounds good to me. Ace Jack 4, awkward, but I think we're going to have to fold given how our stack size is sitting. When they min raise, they're weighted to sort of ace X type hands and bluffs, I think, a lot of the time, like the bigger aces. So I think they have that more than often, min raising, given how short we are. And we don't have much equity. We don't have much chance to win when they do have an ace. So we have to fold. It hurts, given how short we are, but there's not a lot we can do. King 6, we're going to shove all in for 7 big blinds. Hope to start our comeback up to the top. We get called by 4s. Okay, we got to win this flip. We need an ace, a king, or a 6, or a queen. We do not hit any of those 4s, and you guys, we are 0 for 2 in the heads-up matches. Just like yesterday, actually. We went 0 for 2 in the heads-up matches in the $100, but yesterday we did win a 60. So that's pretty good. Let's try and win the 60 here. Unsuccessful, man. We haven't been doing too well at the higher stake spins. The 4x, the 4x, and the 6x, we lost all 3 of those. So that is unfortunate, but hopefully we can make a comeback and win this min spinner against Gorsazev from Hungary and Chiteko 69 from Chile. Ace King is a pretty good starting hand. I like it. I like the Ace King. Raise up to 60. Dude, I'm ready to rumble. Let's go. 150. Bring the heat. We got Ace King, but trust us, we're bluffing here. Trust us. Get a call. Interesting, and a terrible flop. We have a gut shot, we have a backdoor flush draw, and we have 2 overs. But if we bet here, they're just like getting it in. We can get the same hand to fold, but like, we're not accomplishing too much, so we'll check back. That's good. I like that card. That gives us a straight and the nut flush draw. Pretty good card. If I say so myself. They check. We're going to bet on the turn here. Try and get some money from our hand. We don't want them to get afraid on some of the rivers. They call. Interesting. Okay. And we see a 7 on the river. We could have the same hand. That would be really sad if we just chop this up, you know? And we'll shove the river. Gorsazev. What are your thoughts? Fold, okay. We take an early pot there up to 750 chips, which is pretty nice. We see a min raise, and I'm willing to rumble again with our 6s. If they go all in, we're going to be flipping a lot of the time, but you can't forget that sometimes they fold here, and we pick up these 60 chips. Now we get called by the big blind. Doesn't make any sense, and another terrible flop. So we're going to check fold, because it's really hard to win. I mean, we don't beat much. It's a very bad flop for a pair of 6s. And if we shove, they get to play perfectly. You know, if they have a better hand, they call. If they have a worse hand, they fold. So we're risking 210, and basically we're just hoping we could scoop up the pot. But when we can't, it's going to cost us another 210. King, Queen, 7, and they bet 45. Pretty easy fold with the ace high. On to the next one. Ace of hearts, 3 of diamonds, which is something. It's a hand, put it that way. It's a hand. And they shove. I don't think we can call here. I'd probably call in the big blind. And if we knew what they were shoving, like if we knew they were shoving perfectly, we could probably make the call. It's close though. Fun thing about spin-and-goes is that they're not like tournaments. It's winner take all. Second place gets nothing. First place gets all the money. So you don't have to adjust based on the pay scale. You know, everything you do is just to try and pick up chips. So that makes it a lot easier to sort of study and learn to understand than final tables, because you always have the same payout. First wins everything, second wins nothing. Raise up to 60. We're just going to call with the ace deuce. We're going to see a flop, which is queen 7-4. Dry. It's a dry flop. They pot it, though. All right. Against a more reasonable size bet, I would probably continue, but the pot size bet makes it, I think, not worth it. We'll limp with the ace-3. If they raise, they're playing pretty aggressively here, so I think they're going to go for the limp shove. Our hand doesn't play very well post-flop, and we're going to try and take advantage of all the times that they're sort of semi-bluffing, or have 30% when they actually have it. Now, this time, our 30% did not get there, and they did have it, which is two bad things on our side, which is going to make us 0 for 3 on the day. But I still respect the play. You definitely have to have some limp shoving, and ace-3 doesn't flop very well, and this opponent seems very aggressive, so I will die with honor in my heart. I'd like to thank you guys for watching the video. I'm sorry I couldn't pull through with anything today, but I will do my very best tomorrow to get back up to the hundreds, to win a huge amount of money. That's the dream. If you guys liked the video, let me know down in the comments below. Other than the usual, I think you should have done this. You're terrible at poker. I do hear those comments. They're not exactly helpful. And if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, and you sort of like the content that I put out here every day, please do. It's free. And it sort of just makes me keep going, keep doing this. So that would be really cool. And lastly, did I tell you guys? Forget. If you just heard this, I'm sorry, you're going to hear it again. Link down in the description to play with me on PokerStars, 25 cents all the way up to $100. So check that out. Maybe you'll see me on the tables. We're repping the spade, Until tomorrow, where we're going to start at the $60 level, that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Till next time, we'll see you later.